An interesting show tonight. We started the show off with some Mark Striggle of Talking Metal.
Yeah.
We talked to our good friend Tommy Crash of Filth Radio.
That's right.
We've talked to Gordon G.
Yeah.
Formerly Gordon Gephardt, formerly of the Ace Frehley camp, keyboardist extraordinaire.
That's right.
And now we're back to just you and I.
Yeah. Are we gonna?
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Nader in a bit, but I thought you had something you had
I
on.
do. You know, it's just fun. I wanted to swing back to the struggle thing a little bit, just because, you know, I sent you all the emails of me and him back and forth. Didn't I?
Yes, you did.
The one thing I just wanted to tell this story real fast, because I don't think we ever really talked about this on the air, but there were things that we were doing, and by we, I guess I mean me, that were behind the scenes that I don't think we ever talked about on the air. But Mark referenced one of them in his email, and I have to admit it made me laugh and laugh.
And what would that be?
When he mentioned about sending the 500 fucking spam mails a day to their email account. Do you even remember that story at all?
Yeah, you forwarded the email to their Yahoo account.
Well, yeah, in the web world, there's what they call a catch-all, and if you have a spam filter, all the spam shit gets pulled into the web filter.
Right.
Well, I set our web filter up so that everything that would come there would go to their
right, exactly
to whatever their email address.
Sure. I remember that.
Remember that it got to the point that I was hosted at one time with one of our friends, who got a call as the web host about us fucking spamming.
Yeah, you did.
And he was going to cancel our. He was like, "Oh, dude, you got to fix this, or I got to cancel your account."
True.
I just remember that. I saw that in the email, and I was like, "Holy shit, is that funny?"
Yeah, you forwarded all the spam email to their Yahoo account.
Yeah, and it probably literally was, especially at that point with the show when everybody was emailing us. It probably literally was 100 to 500 a day.
Yeah, exactly.
So funny.
Yep, I do remember.
Yeah, too funny, man. But yeah, I don't know. I feel kind of good about this whole thing.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've had a good time.
I don't know that it changes as much as maybe people assume it does. I don't know that it even makes us not cover Talking Metal. Do you?
No, not at all.
But, you know,
I mean, secretly, it's just kind of weird, you know, the way that Mark left it. It's just like, feel free to just continue on doing, you know, what you do. You know, it's like he almost secretly enjoys our critique.
Yeah. Well, he says he doesn't. I mean, he said that very clearly.
Well, like I said, secretly.
Right. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see where it goes, but I definitely wanted to shock people's system tonight.
Well, that you did.
Boy, did we. Which is cool. Oh, good. Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy to not be fucking raging anymore. And boy, oh my God, if the Rev has a new show,
yeah,
that makes me happy.
Sure.
I really want that. Tell me you don't really want that.
If it's out there, I want to hear it.
Dude, if it's out there, let it be live.
Sure.
Let it be live. Oh, my God, would that be the best?
It's like, those guys aren't going to find me again. I've changed my name for the 15th time.
And now I'm Rosie Jakenthal.
Right.
They'll never find that name.
Sure. That's so funny.
Jake Rosenthal.
Right.
A dummy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember that, and that was just part of your vicious attacks.
Well, it was steady. There was no letting up. I was definitely pissed about the whole CBS thing. There's no question about that. Right. I was definitely pissed about not even for me, because I was sort of done with CBS.
Yeah, it was more about Matt.
It was definitely about Matt getting fucked.
Sure.
It really, really was. But
he saved his. You helped save his position, right?
I did. I had to go. I literally had to go over to CBS and fucking beg them not to fire him. That wasn't pleasant for me. That definitely wasn't, to go in front of Tom Herschel and be like, dude, this was all me. Want to fire somebody? Fire me. You want to, file a complaint against me. But Matt didn't, because that was kind of my thing too. Was that Matt was getting wrapped up in the HR complaint?
Sure.
And I didn't want that, even though, what does it matter? I didn't want that on his permanent record either for something I did.
Right.
So it was a whole thing. It was definitely a difficult thing to get fucking worked out, but we did get it worked out. And Matt got to keep his gig, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah, well, it's just like when you left the CMS for a couple years, it just wasn't the same.
Right. I mean, it still went, but it wasn't what we do.
No.
And then same with Matt. Well, I really am a dick, aren't I?
Yeah.
I just trash these shows left and right.
You just fucking people over.
I come in, make people like it, and leave.
Right.
A dick.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I text our good friend Nader. Mm-hmm. He says he's ready to come on.
All right, bring his ass on.
Well, I'm going to, but I want to play one song.
All right.
This didn't get a lot of exposure, as much as exposure as it should have.
Okay.
But the band London, featuring our good friend Nader, who you got to admit, Nader is a really good front man.
He is. He's very good.
He's a fantastic vocalist. I think, out of all the London stuff, mm-hmm. I think I appreciate his vocal ability the most, because he comes off in the live setting just like it sounds like in the studio setting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he definitely does.
And it's just phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Well, they put out a live album this year. It's just called London Live.
Right.
And it's available now.
On that great website he has.
Yeah, you can go get it. It's just called London Live, and it's a really good recording.
Yeah, it is.
And I like it a lot, so I'm going to play the studio track from it.
All right.
They wrote a couple new songs. One's in Spanish, one's in, English.
All right, let's stick with the English.
So I'm going to play the studio track from this CD, just called Get Back Home, which I thought was very classic London.
All right, cool.
And then we'll bring on Nader.
All right, next guest.
Right, next guest.
Next guest.
So let's play some London featuring Nader DePriest on vocals, and this is a brand new studio track, Get Back Home, exclusively here
on your classic metal show.